Seems like I'm live. All right, hi friends. Magus Supreme here. Uh, as you can see, this is like really spurred a moment. Let me get everything set up here. As you can see, this is like really spurred a moment. It's early in the morning, or at least early for me. Um, and I'm gonna get everything together right here, right now. But I woke up today and I felt completely at peace. Like I really feel like, at least right now, that everything is like making sense in my life. I I can sit here and I can like talk about this, and I think I will. But with everything that's been like happening like in my life recently, I really just come to realize like even though like I am a tarot reader, I have strong faith. I do believe, but each and every time I really like have like a tinge of doubt and like spirit or like the things that I say or anything that happens, I'm always like consistently reaffirmed. And I just can't help but tell you guys that faith is a real and powerful thing. Um, this is like just going to be like off the top. I am going to pull cards and stuff like that because I've been drawn to like pull cards and like pull an actual like channeled message. But I've also done some automatic writing messages, and I really feel like I just have to like just talk today, or at least for this video. Um, yeah, faith is a really powerful thing, and I know in like in this world today, like when bad things start to happen, it's so easy to like lose your faith, to like really just like really question and doubt. And trust me, I do the same, but not anymore. Like after like the past, what was it? It had to be about like at least through half this year, or at least like most of this year. I've really been like struggling. 2021 has been a really hard year for me. And the reason why this year had to be so hard for me was because I really had to develop my faith. I felt like my faith was really, really strong. And, you know, you know how Father is. He had to test that. He's like, I've always made claims of having strong faith ever since I got into this spirituality thing and, became an ardent follower of Source and Spirit and the Most High. Um, but that was really tested this year. And I just have to say, like, God is real. Whatever, hey, Taryn, always, no spirit's gonna speak when oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Taryn. What was I about to say? That faith is real. Like, it's so real, and God is real. Like, everything, even though, like, I've always doubted it, and, I really wasn't, like, sure of, like, the timeline, and that's the biggest thing that, like, always get people is the timing. Like people think when they get like a tarot card reading or a message, it's gonna happen within like the next 2 weeks or like like maybe like even a month. But usually it takes about a month. But sometimes it takes even longer than that. Like this is time is always flowing in the spiritual realm. And whenever like I reach in or any reader reach in and picks up a message, it can be for any point of time in your life, in your lifespan, because their time isn't solid. And I channeled that message before in like my personal writings and in my journal, that to them time is fluid, but to us in this dimension, time is a solid. And they can always reach in and pull up a moment in time, but we have to like force our way through time and we have to go through it. Things are going amazing, and yeah, same. Got out of my own way. All glory to Father, blessed be. Yes, Taryn, I love that. Time to them, or at least in the spiritual realm, is fluid. But here it's a solid, it's linear. You have to go through it. Whereas for them, time is cyclical. every time I think about time and the reincarnation cycle, I see a washing machine or a big old clock. And the universe is nothing but a huge clock. Like things like kind of just like always go in a circle. But the thing about this is it can go backwards and go forwards. Never oh, and it can go diagonal. I was about to say that, but that they cut me off real quick. And it can even go diagonally. Like you can jump from timeline to timeline, because there's always at least one special moment where Father is going to put a faith-based move in your path, a full moment, a moment where if you do this now, you're going to drastically alter the trajectory of your life. And for me, that moment was leaving my ex fiance. Uh, I could have still been in Washington, living a relatively cozy life. Um, yeah, relatively cozy life because he made good money. We had an apartment. And I was really happy, but it wasn't a happiness that I built, and it wasn't something. It wasn't going to be a life that I would really felt like was the most fulfilling for me. So I decided to take that jump. I missed my first bus when I had the perfect opportunity to leave. And that's funny because I had dreams about that. After I missed my first jump, I got readings, I got signs about, hey, a chance is coming up for you to take a leap and change your life. And I didn't take it. And then I started getting dreams, actually, about me missing my bus, about me having to take the long way home. And then, shortly after I started having those dreams, my ex fiance told me that he was cheating again, and I had to decide for myself to leave. And then in doing that, it set off a big chain of events that led me to being forced back into the city I didn't really want to go back to being homeless for 2 months, for having to reface like my family after I've been like healing the trauma that they inflicted upon me. And I just really had to go through this the hard way. All because when I was presented with that moment to jump, to like really go diagonally in time instead of like just through it, I was too scared to take it because I wasn't in a space where I trusted my intuition as much as I am now. And I'm still working on trusting intuition. It goes really, really deep. I don't want to just keep talking about myself here, but for some reason I just feel like I just gotta be vulnerable and like share my experiences. And maybe through talking through my experiences, other people can like kind of like relate to like what's going on in their life. But following your intuition is more than just like, you know, just like going with a gut feeling. Like at least the way that my intuition work is a lot. It has a lot to do with like thoughts as well, like thoughts in the back of my thoughts. I don't know how else to explain it. Like just the other day, I was late to work, but I wouldn't have been late if I would have listened to myself. I felt like the bus that I was supposed to catch wasn't going to come, so I needed to get on the other bus that went the same way and that arrived earlier, but I didn't. And wow, and I was talking about the dream where I missed my bus. So yeah, but I didn't get on that bus, and then I ended up having to go the long way. Because when I got off at the stop, I heard in my mind, or like in the back of my mind, just walk up this street. But I didn't do that. I got my Google Maps and it took me all through these small little roads the long way. And it still didn't even get me to where I needed to go. I had to walk a little bit more and go around to get to where I needed to go. And I'm saying all this to say is that why am I even saying this, Father? Like, I'm just like flowing right now. But I'm saying all this to say that your intuition is like deeper, and following your intuition is like deeper than you know. Like, we always are presented with times where we have to like follow that little voice inside of ourselves. And more often than not, we just discount it as like, an extraneous thought, or just like, oh, I'm just being crazy. Oh, there's no evidence for that. Like, no, I'm going to stick to this. But if you really take the time out to like really practice following that little voice, and this is advice for myself as well, because this is something I resolved myself to do. When you start taking the time out to like listen to that little voice, and to like really just like go through and just like on every little thing, you're really going to see that you can move diagonally through time and not just through it. That's the cheat code to like shortening your timeline. Like if you want like something out of life, instead of just like trying to go through it like, oh, first I gotta go to school, then I gotta do this, and then I gotta do that. If you really just like make that plan, but as you're going through that plan, you listen to like the little caveats in there, like the little like cheat codes that come to you. If you really follow them and not just dismiss them, you'll be cutting down your time for your manifestations. And that's something that I had to learn. But yeah, I don't know why I had to like start off my live video with that, with just like a lot of anecdotal stuff about myself. But I'm gonna get into the real reason why. Well, I guess that is part of the real reason why I started this. I just felt like so inspired to do a live reading today. Like I woke up, it was on my mind, it was on my spirit. I prayed, and it just wouldn't leave me. So I'm doing it. So first things first is I've channeled some messages. I have a personal one for me, but I don't know if I should share it. I probably should. Should I? Yeah, because it's not just for me. It's for other people who also like understand, and it's not going to be many of you. Like I've been feeling that. That's why I felt like it was going to be personal, but it's not going to be many of you who understand this message. This message is actually from Astraeus. For those of you who don't know, Astraeus is a primordial deity. He is the god of like the stars and the star sea, and like space. Not like the dark void of space, but like the stars that litter space, the planets and stuff like that. The lord over it is called Astraeus, and he's a primordial deity. So this is the message that I got. Look to the stars. There is a lot of movement in the celestial realm that will impact your life. The cosmos conspires to bless you. Look for opportunities to travel. Your destiny lies in foreign lands and will cultivate your spirit. Look to the stars to be calmed. Let the shine bring peace to your troubled heart. So that was a personal message for me, but I feel like if you know what this is about, like if this is something that speaks to you, then you can definitely like take it as well. And now as I was like meditating, I was using my Moldavite here, probably why I ended up getting connected to Astraeus. But I've also just channeled like random messages. One person is actually mentioned by name in them, but for everyone else, it's just like kind of just advice. So the first thing that happened when I meditated and the message that I pulled is the doors to abundance are opening for you. That's a beautiful thing. And I'm going to just read these out. The other message I have is for Christy. And it says, Christy, find love in your heart. Know that your trials are cultivating a powerful warrior presence in your spirit. Strength isn't always about punching hard or dishing out pain. Strength can also be patient endurance. The next message is parent yourself. Give yourself the love and care you wish you had. This one is from my higher self. My higher self is a clown and a troll. He's he's always trolling my videos whenever he can. He says, "If you build it, they will come." And that's a very famous quote from I think it's like Angels in the Outfield or something like that. It could have a deeper meaning, even though I think my higher self is a troll. He trolls me, but there's still wisdom behind his words. And now that I remember that the movie was actually called Angels in the Outfield, and it was about angels like support. I think it was about angels supporting this team, like this baseball team, the victory. I'm not 100% sure. I never really watched it, but it's in my head, and I remember seeing like an angel carry like this guy so he can jump and like catch the ball. I think you're a funny bastard. My higher self is like funny. He is so wise, but he is such a troll. And he instinctively put this in my way because he knew I was going to dive more into this, even though he was trolling me. But you have angelic support. No matter what it is that you're trying to do, if you're trying to build your life, they will come. Like the angels will come and support you in what you do. As long as you're like properly aligned to it. This is so badass. Another confirmation to fathers. Love and wow. See, I thought he was trolling me, but it resonates. There's angels in the outfield. Like they will come and support you. And as long as you believe and as long as you just go forth and like really tackle your goals, you will receive the proper support. The doors to abundance is opening to you in this time. The cosmos is coming together to conspire to bless you. Believe it. Because the last message that I channeled before, like, I just felt like I needed to start is that faith is a powerful currency. And I said this to someone. I was having a conversation about like belief and about God. I think this was right before I left the shelter, the last conversation I had with someone who also believed in God, and we used to frequently have conversations about Father. I told him that faith is a powerful currency to Father. Like as long as you have faith, like real, like as long as you have faith, you can always like get what you want out of him. But I told him like faith isn't something that you can fake. You can't fake faith. Faith is always authentic and is always real. And true faith will always like show. Because those that are truly faithful will truly reap the harvest that they have sown. But yeah, that's like a really big thing that I had to stay there. So now that I've done that and I got through the channel messages, I'm gonna start pulling cards. I'm gonna do my Oracle of the Radiant Sun. I felt like I needed to pull some of these just to like start the message, to like really get everything like popping off, I guess that's what I'm gonna say. Endurance with the Sun in Leo. Oh, that's Sun in Scorpio, I'm sorry. Patience. That's Jupiter in Virgo. What's the last card? Beautiful. And then we have Harmony, Sun in Libra. So we have 6, 7, and 8 here. If you look at it, we have shucks. We have the sixth house, seventh house, and the eighth house. 6, 7, and 8. So I know exactly what this means. Wow. No, and at the bottom deck, we have Fortune, Sun in Leo, which is the fifth house. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3 cards in the Sun suit. I'm going to take that out as well. This is beautiful. So in this Oracle deck, the Sun suit is the energy of the Sun. Is everything positive, is joy, is fortune, is good tidings, is blessing, and it's like really powerful, positive energy. So with the fact that we have 3 Sun cards and a Jupiter card, like I said, the come on, Keenan, come on. Like I channeled that message from Astraeus. Like I wasn't going to share it. I wasn't going to share it, but it actually makes sense now. The cosmos conspires to bless you. We have the Sun here in Jupiter. And I even feel like if we pull the Saturn card, like, God damn it. Okay. Everywhere I look, there's Sun cards. But I was saying something about a Saturn card, and right after another Sun card is the Saturn card of devotion, of being faithful, of like making a choice and sticking to it. But yeah, the cosmos conspires to bless you. Because with the Sun in the fifth house, sun in his home, like this is like really like a beautiful blessing towards like your creativity, towards your personal expression. Even though that's like the first house, but I really feel like this is like your creative expression of yourself, of like your creativity is getting a boost and a boon. And I can attest to this personally because I've begun writing and I'm currently writing the plot points to a novel that I'm planning on releasing. But you're getting a really big boost to your creativity, and there's going to be a lot of money and abundance coming your way, especially with Sun in the fifth house, with Sun in its home showing up in this reading. With Jupiter in Virgo, Jupiter is also a very benefic, I think that's the word, a benefic planet. It provides blessings, and even like give you like gentle lessons to overcome, or like tells you what you need to do to allow the blessings to roll in. And what's beautiful for Jupiter being in Virgo is that this is like the energy, and I channeled this, and now this is really coming up. Like, this is so crazy. With Jupiter being in Virgo, this is like letting me know with the patience card here that you don't have to do anything. What you have to do is just continue to go along your path, continue to do the things that you're doing, follow your intuition, continue to like live the life that you're living. And because I feel like if you really like picking up what I'm putting down, you're connected, you have a very strong spiritual practice, you believe, you have faith. Only thing you need to do is just maintain that and be patient and allow the stars to align, allow the cosmos to align, and blessings are really going to start coming your way. The doors to abundance is open to you. Just follow your intuition and just like know that. And this is why I had to have that talk about time, and know that in divine timing things will happen, not like in your time or like in your timing. There's always ways to cut down time on your manifestation. You do that by following your intuition. So just be patient and just wait for the proper timing. Because then we have here Sun in Libra, which is about harmony. As you can see, this guy is in harmony with all things. I feel like if you are connecting to this message, you're probably someone who likes to spend time outside, have a deep connection to nature and to Mother Earth. Um, you have a harmony with all living things. And that's crazy because this has also been my prayers. I've been asking him to like increase my heart and my compassion for all his creation. Yeah. And this is like really a big confirmation like that, at least for me personally. But for you guys, it's definitely about like connecting to the earth, connecting. We need to stay out of our own way. I feel like I passed another graduation level. Libra ascending also. Oh, wow. And moved there with a Scorpio. And there it is. It's all here, Taryn. This is why it's just me and you right now. That's why it's just me and you. Harmony, being at peace with like the world, the universe, and all creation. I really feel like, even though I don't know if that's like this in this book, but I really feel like this is Adam. Like, I just have a strong sense that this is Adam. Like, just reveling in the Garden of Eden and like living in harmony with everything. With the Son, could also be Father, watching down and monitoring him, and just blessing him and providing him with the light of life. And then finally, at the end, we have the endurance. The endurance card is all about making sure that, you know, blessings will come to you when you wrangle your ego, when you don't allow yourself to like succumb to rage or succumb to lower like vibrations or lower vibrational energy, like really wrangling like have a straight up, wow, that straight up like energy that you have inside of you, like really getting a good wrangle on that and learning how to temper your ego, temper your temper. Everything is really just going to start working out, and everything is working out for your highest good. You just need to be patient, continue on with the path, and realize that you're being blessed. Because I know I pulled Fortune from the bottom deck, but another bottom deck card that we have is Sun in the 11th house, which is idealism. The 11th house has to do a lot with how you relate to other people and humanitarian ideals. So if you guys really have like a business or like really want to just like go out and like help and assist other people, you'll get a blessing in that area and in those endeavors as well, especially if they come from a place of like faith, of goodwill, and of compassion and love. You can't go wrong with doing labors of love in God's eye. He will always come down. He will always send help, and he will always help you. If whatever it is that you're doing is out of the goodness of your heart, you will never go wrong. And especially with the 11th house here, the house of relating to other people, the house of like communities, there's a big blessing there. So there's a big blessing there. Let me see what else I'm going to pull. I pulled out like so many decks. I don't even know how many of these I'm going to use. But I know for a fact that after I get done here, I'm going to go read for Facebook. So I haven't done a Facebook Live in like so long. I don't even think anyone's going to show up. But I'm going to go do that for Facebook as well. What time is it? 11:35. Yeah, I need to make sure that I actually do this quickly. Because about like 1:30, I got to get out of here and get to work. So let me see. I'm using my Moonbeam Magic Oracle. Build it, they will come. Okay. I'll take these three. So the one I put is yin and yang. The next one is peacock. And then we have cosmic unity. So with yin and yang and peacock and cosmic unity coming out in this reading, there's a strong sense, like I said, everything is in harmony and in balance in your life. And with the peacock here, this is letting me know, like, in the eyes of spirit, and probably even in the eyes of like other people, you're truly a beautiful soul right now. You're shining. Like, people will probably be weirdly drawn to you. You'll probably see that strangers are a lot more amicable to you lately. People are just like been really kind. Yeah, it's because like your spirit is like really, really beautiful because you're so balanced and in harmony. And with the cosmic unity here, this also is really bringing me back to like this harmony card here. Like all these cards are speaking of harmony, of like living in like peace and coexisting with creation. Like, and the cosmic unity talks about how people are all connected through spirit, through the collective unconscious. Like, you are very beautiful to the people in this world. And it doesn't even have to be physical beauty. It could just be like how you are as a person is beautiful to other people. Like your caring heart, like the way that you carry yourself, the way that you never really give up faith, the hope that you bring and inspire in other people, all that stuff like adds to your beauty. And it's not just physical. Like they keep saying, I heard beauty's only skin deep. Okay, beauty's only skin deep. If you really just like focus on like cultivating like the spirit that's inside the vessel, then a vessel will reflect that spirit, reflect that beauty and that shine. And that's something that I've been hearing in my personal readings as well. Like how if you like really push yourself as a person, as a spirit, it'll really start to show like on your face. You'll become like it'll just like alter the way that you look and how other people perceive you. I thought that was kind of woo woo in my opinion, but I'm open to just like really just seeing how things play out. But really, the more you advance your spirit, the more it's going to reflect and show on your outside. I'll pull some of my healing oracle cards. I haven't used these cards in so long. This is like one of the first oracle decks. Well, what is it? Wow, the first Oracle deck I bought in person. This was the first time I actually felt like cards called to me, and it was this deck here. So me and this deck has a long history. And if you check my earlier videos, you'll see I used it a lot in those. Oh boy. That's relax my energy. Okay. Another sun. Masculine energy. Masculine energy is all about like the power of like ambition, of will, of like making sure that you have like a goal in mind or something that you want and you move towards it. Masculine energy is the energy of action. And the fact that there's a sun card here, like it's also adding to like the big theme of this about like good fortune, abundance, and like the doors to abundance opening, like that message that I channeled. A lot of people are heading into a very good time in their life, especially if you just been through hell and back, been through the ringer. Once you really accept the fact that all that things that had to happen happened for a reason and couldn't have happened any other way, you'll definitely like have the peace that you need. And I feel like that's something that a ritual that people might need to perform for the new year is to just release everything that's happened this year. Because this year was the year of challenge, of trials and tribulation. And it is a 5 year with 2021. That's 2 plus 2 plus 1, which is 4 plus 1 is 5. So it's a 5 year, the year of like turbulent change, of challenges, and of karma. Actually, a lot of people were like cleansing and like going through like a lot of their karma this year because it's a 5 year. And you really need to pat yourself on the back if you made it through this year, because this was a big test for a lot of people, especially if you're a spiritual being and in alignment with higher energies. This was a challenging year for you, and it was meant to be that way so you can know your power and know the power of faith. So yeah, we should chat. We'll definitely go and chat, Taryn. I'm interested. We have ancient wisdom. What was I telling you guys? Ancient wisdom is all about being in connection to the earth, realizing that the trees, the grass, and everything that you are like embodying or that you live on all carries energy. It all carries things to teach you, and that nature can also be a teacher for you as well. And this is what I also pulled out with like that harmony card about living in harmony with creation. There's a lot of things that's like really happening in your life, and I feel like Mother Gaia, yes, Mother Gaia has been trying to like bless and connect with you guys. Even if you haven't been connecting to like nature, if you haven't really been going outside a lot, just know that the earth has been calling to you. The earth wants to heal you. If you've been having a hard time and struggling and you really can't believe that these good things are coming, spend more time outside, meditate outside, really try to release your energy outside and release it into the earth so you can like detoxify all that negativity and really fall into like getting back into alignment with like all this positive good energy that's going on here, because this is not the time to be feeling this is not the time to be feeling any kind of way, because, yes, see, That's why it's me and you, Taryn. This is not the time to be feeling any kind of way, because, like I said, this year, 5, 6, 7, yeah, okay, that's 8. This year has really been like all about inner growth, an inner journey, and a big experience. Like, this has been like I said, the year of change, the year of challenge. And it's really been growing you as a person and as an individual, and really allowing you to look deep inside yourself to like really find yourself. And I'm going to put this right next to ancient wisdom, because this card, abundance. What was I saying? What's the theme of this reading? The doors to abundance is opening for you. Boom. The abundance card showed up. So yeah, guys, believe it. Like that hard period this year, the energy of this year, you need to just release it. Really realize that you have completed a major life cycle here. We even have like the 5 showing up with like the sun in his 5th house. Like you've completed a major life cycle, and now you're about to be hitting into like the cycle of fortune, of abundance. 2022 is going to be a really powerful and impactful year for a lot of people. And I'm hearing like your life is going to change in a way that you never expected. And as I said that, I felt like I needed to go and touch the cards, and I pulled out the card of changes. Your life is going to change in a way that you never really expected. Like things are really about to change for you. I'm claiming for the both of us too. Yes. And this is what's happening. 2022 is going to be that year. Let me see. 2022 is a 2, 4, it's a 6 year. Then, of course, because it's after 5. And 6 is the number of like reaping cosmic blessings. Because 8 is the number of like receiving cosmic blessings. But 6 is like getting what you sowed, I think. But I could be wrong. But that's what came to me. And then we have, what was I telling you? Emotional release. Let me move this out the way so I can continue to do this. But I need to make sure I keep this somewhere so I can continue to refer to the messages. Put that like that. Emotional release. Release the energy of this year. That's going to be really important for the new year up ahead. Just releasing the energy of 2021. You learned your lessons. You completed that trial. Be happy. Be fruitful. Go forth and multiply, because 2022 is going to be that year. You just need to be patient and like wait for the opportunities to present themselves. I don't want this reading to go on forever because I am going to go read for Facebook as well. So I'm going to pull 3 tarot cards and I'm going to end this beautiful message there. But every time I say I'm going to pull like 3 or something or a certain number, it never works out that way because Spirit always has to speak. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the energy of patience. This is about like going forth and walking the path and doing it like slowly. Really realizing that like as you're going along this journey, there's going to be a slow journey, but it's going to be a journey like a stable path towards like abundance, towards change, towards like prosperity. You're on a steady and reliable path. Okay. You're on a steady and reliable path, and the only thing you need to do is just be patient as you walk down it. Because here we have the Ace of Swords. This is about new thought, communication coming in. I really feel like, yeah, especially with the little bird here bringing the laurel, I really feel like, as I was saying, like the cosmos is conspiring to bless you. And your blessing is like rolling in. The moment like this bird touched this sword, like you're going to be going forward. There's going to be something that's going to seemingly happen out of like nowhere, like a surprise communication, or like maybe something that you'll apply for and forgot about gonna it's going to come through. This is why I need to bring water. I didn't bring water with me because every time I channel, I get clogged up because this is intense work and spiritually taxing. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. Communication, truth, and clarity. One of the things, every time I see the Ace of Swords, I always tell you guys what I'm saying here is for true. Like, believe it. Because what I'm saying here isn't no woo woo yee yee prosperity blessings, you know. I'm no pastor. Like, this is what's really going to happen for you guys, and you need to believe it. In spirit, because the Aces is always, to me, from the divine, a gift from the divine. Divine is giving you this, divine is giving you that. The divine is going to bless you with ideas and inspiration, and it's going to be up to you to act on them. I love this. I love this. We got the Page of Pentacles. I love this card in this deck. Shoot, maybe with a water company. Ah, okay. Think about partnering with a water company. We're going to call it Spirit Water. Water for the Holy Spirits. The Page of Pentacles here. Now, with the Page of Pentacles, what's beautiful about this card is it always on. It says in the next episode. It's like coming from what seems to be a desert, but flowers and stuff are starting to bloom. And then the next chapter is just going to be abundance. Because as you can see, we got pentacles, or at least like coins on this as well. So the next chapter is going to be abundant. It's going to be full. And that's something that you need to realize because at the end, we have judgment. This is going to be divinely orchestrated. Your abundance is being conspired in the cosmos. The planetary energy, the celestial realm, the spirit realm, Father, and all of his beings that work with him, because he is the heavenly host, the Lord of hosts, and the host is the heavenly celestial bodies. He is the Lord of. All of that is like working in your favor to bless you for going through such a tough year and doing it with faith, with dignity, and just, and I haven't picked this card up in a while, just enduring, because you endured, and you endured beautifully. There may have been some times where, you know, you was a little less graceful. You probably like cursed up to Father, or like really lost faith, or like had really big doubts. But at the end of the day, you always pulled yourself back together. You got back on that saddle and you wrangled that beast inside of you. And you continue to travel and go about this path with faith, with dignity, and with aplomb, I'm hearing. And with all of that, there's going to be a divine blessing. Your spirit is going to be lifted up and elevated in 2022. Really look forward to that year because it's going to be a year like no other. You're really going to be blessed and highly favored in 2022. Keep that in mind. Last two cards. I'm going to end it here. It's going to be a surprise for you with the Tower card here. You're not going to see it coming, and especially with the Ace of Swords. Like I said, there's going to be a surprise communication, or something is going to surprise you that you applied for, maybe you even didn't know you applied for, and something come through for you in 2022, and it's going to bring a lot of stability, abundance, and money into your life at some point in 2022. So says the Lord. That's what I heard that I had to end this on. So says the Lord. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna skedaddle over to Facebook now. Thank you, Taryn, for being with me through this whole thing. And if you're watching this later, be blessed, be fruitful, and have a great day.